According to an old superstition, it is good luck to find a penny on the sidewalk. But whether or not you actually believe that that penny will bring you good luck, or one thing it definitely will not bring you, is wealth. Pennies are worth so little right now that by taking only 5 seconds to pick it up, you're earning just $7.20 an hour, which is less than the federal minimum wage. Pennies are so close to worthless that many people argue that it's time to just do away with them altogether. An organization called Citizens to Retire the U.S. Penny has attracted the support of economists from Harvard and Wake Forest University. Representative Jim Colby of Arizona has twice introduced bills in Congress to eliminate the penny. In February 2014, President Barack Obama argued that pennies were both obsolete and that they were a symbol of U.S. government waste. 2 fingers. Each side in this debate refers to the other side's argument as myths and offer up facts to counter them, making it hard to determine just where the real facts lie. And here's the facts. 1, they're useless. 2, they're a waste of time. And 3, they are costing the government more money. So I'm going to go through each of these arguments to explain the uselessness of the penny. First point, they're useless. So when our parents were young, a penny still had some value. My dad used to be able to pay a nickel for an ice cream cone. Even in the 80s, my mom remembers seeing penny candy jars, where a penny could buy a candy such as a mini Tootsie Roll or some other really cheap candy. But today, you cannot buy anything for a penny. Nothing. And you can't really do anything with it. Vending machines, parking meters, toll booths, and laundromats, they do not accept pennies. And if one penny is useless, then a whole bunch of them won't be that much better. Sure, you might be able to buy something in a store with a bag full of pennies, but you should expect dirty looks from the cashier. Even then, many companies, they just refuse to take that form of payment. They're so hard to spend that most of the time, we don't even bother. Many people have special places for pennies, such as a jar or a trash can. I, however, use the corner of my desk in my dorm room as my penny pile, and right now it has about 60 pennies on it right now, and there's nothing I can use them for. In 1857, the U.S. Mint stopped producing half-penny coins, which had the same purchasing power as 14 pennies do today. If people in 1857 could get along without half pennies, then we today could almost certainly manage without a coin that is worth 1/10 as much as the half penny did. Second point, pennies waste time. As useless as they are, most of us can't even avoid them. Often, the total amount when we pay cash doesn't end in a multiple of 5 cents. So, to pay the whole full amount, some pennies have to be exchanged. This not only weighs down our pockets, but it also weighs down the time wasted that holds up the line. According to a study done by Walgreens, handling pennies adds an average of 2 seconds to each transaction. And this doesn't sound like much, but if you do the math by adding up the transactions per consumer per year, it adds up to about 48 million hours of wasted time each year. And many businesses, they've just started rounding down to the nearest nickel, since losing a cent or two on each transaction is cheaper than the amount of time wasted by counting pennies. My third and final point, they cost the government money. Pennies now cost more to produce than what they are actually worth. According to the U.S. Mint themselves, each penny costs about 1.7 cents. The Mint has researched the possibility of making them with cheaper materials, but the end result of that research is that there is no way to make them cheaper. Of course, in theory, coins are reusable, meaning that each coin could be used for thousands or maybe even millions of transactions before it just completely drops out of circulation. However, this only works if the coins do circulate, and as we talked about earlier, pennies, they don't really circulate for the most part. So as a result, the Mint has to keep making pennies at a loss. In 2014 alone, the Mint, which is funded by taxpayers, lost about $60 million in 2014 alone, just on pennies. So, it's good luck to find a penny, but we can make our own luck by getting rid of the penny just altogether. It's a useless coin, it's a waste of time, and it's losing $60 million a year of taxpayer money, which is just going down the drain. Thank you.